Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the future of the water and wastewater industry and the careers you didn't know about. I'm your host, Dave Kosminski, and again, we are on location at the Connecticut Section AWWA Annual Technical Conference and Vendor Expo, aka At Cave. And with us in the house right now is Miss Meagan Heslin, who is with Hazen and Sawyer, who's a consulting company. Hi, Meagan. How are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
Thanks.
Great to be here.
Well, it's great. We got a great crowd today.
Yeah, it's a good turnout.
Yes, it is. Very good turnout. So anyway, how did you get into the water industry?
Well, I've been swimming all my life.
There we go.
And so I knew, I was a lifeguard, and we had to monitor like the lake water quality.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
And then I knew I liked math and science in high school, so then I
Okay.
went into engineering, and I was trying to figure out what kind of engineering I liked, and I
Okay.
liked the idea of environmental.
Okay.
So then I went and studied environmental engineering, and I said, I can always change it if I don't like it. But I did like it, and
Wow.
the program was water focused, and then I got a job in water after that.
Okay. So where was your first job? Was it with Hazen and Sawyer?
No, I worked for a company called MWH Global, which was bought by Stantec,
Okay.
in New York City.
Oh, okay. So down in the Big Apple.
The Big Apple. I was a big city girl.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So now, where did you go to school?
Johns Hopkins.
Okay. And then, so do you have your PE?
I do. Yes.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. And what is your PE in?
Environmental engineering.
Environmental engineering. Well, hot dang.
I know.
I love it when a plan comes together.
It worked out.
So when you were going through high school, was there an inkling that you wanted to go, that this is the route you wanted to go, or?
Well, I knew I liked math, and I knew I liked problem solving, and then I also liked chemistry.
Okay.
So then it kind of all
Came together.
came together, yeah.
Oh, okay. Fantastic.
Yeah.
So, wow. Unbelievable. Now, where did you go to high school?
It's high school in New Jersey.
In New Jersey.
Yeah, from New Jersey originally.
You're a Jersey girl.
That's me.
There you go.
I don't think I have an accent, but
Okay.
you never know.
Fantastic.
Maybe it comes out sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. Anyway, so what basically is your responsibility now with Hazen and Sawyer?
Yeah, so I...
Tell me a little bit about Hazen and Sawyer.
Sure.
We got to promote the boss.
Here we go. Yeah. Are they listening? It's a engineering consulting firm focused in water.
Okay.
We say all things water. So we do drinking water, wastewater, stormwater. We do dams. If it's connected to water, we probably do it.
Mm-hmm.
But we're specialized in water only, so we don't have traffic branch, or we don't have
Okay.
other branches that are not related to water.
Okay.
So I'm on the drinking water side.
Okay.
So now, I've been working for about almost 12 years, and so I have a little varied experience. But now I'm mostly doing drinking water.
Okay.
So treatment. I'm working on a project to design a new water treatment plant
Okay.
in Massachusetts. We've got another one starting in Connecticut pretty soon.
Okay.
So it's pretty exciting.
Now, is Hazen and Sawyer's office primarily located in Connecticut, or do you have?
We're headquartered in New York City. We
Okay.
have an office in Wethersfield.
Okay.
We have about 10, 12 engineers there.
Okay.
And some other more IT staff.
Okay. So how has the technology changed since you got in the industry?
It's things
Or
are.
has it?
It has. It has. Things are a lot smarter
Okay.
than it used to be.
Uh-huh.
I know when I first started working, I was watching a lot of CCTV videos of sewer inspections.
Okay.
And we were tracking everything in a spreadsheet. And I don't do that now, but I bet there's better ways to track it. If things are smarter, things are automatic now. And then I know people keep talking about like digital strategies and how to really track your asset management, and but also things have changed, technology, but also the focus of things have changed. Because I know when I first started working in 2012, it was like I was working on the sewer side, and then I started doing more water, and everybody was talking about PFAS.
Oh God, the elephant in the room.
I know, and now everybody's talking about lead and copper. So it's
Okay.
like, what's next?
Yes.
So
Well, I
that's the
think
question.
PFAS at lead and copper, bubble to the top of
Yeah.
Everybody's attention right now.
Yeah,
as far as-
especially with the public concerns.
Yes, exactly. So, from that standpoint. So, now, do you do any PFAS or lead and copper mitigation or
Yeah, I
strategies there?
have. We do as a company. We definitely do. I have done PFAS studies.
Okay.
And preliminary designs. Right now, my focus is on the conventional treatment because that's what I'm on a project right now that's taking up most of my time, and it's just conventional treatment. No
Okay.
PFAS. Luckily, no PFAS.
Okay. Well, great.
So yeah.
Fantastic. So I think, as far as the mitigation strategies now, I think what are primarily what GAC now is probably one of the biggest
Yeah,
ones.
GIC ion exchange. Yeah.
Ion exchange, and I think isn't salt water, taking salt out of.
Reverse osmosis.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
I think that's one.
Yeah,
Couldn't
there's some newer ones too that I think are trying to be proving themselves. But
Yeah, they go from there. So what size water utilities are you guys working with?
It really depends. We work on small ones, and we've worked on big ones. Like one plant we're going to start designing pretty soon is 4 MGD,
Okay.
and the plant I'm working on right now is 65.
Wow, 65 MGD.
Yeah.
Ouch. Wow.
So it's a big project. So we really work the whole spectrum.
Wow. Awesome. Fantastic. So, the premise of my podcast here when I initiated, launched this thing is exposing students, of the potential careers within the wastewater industry. And I think, from that standpoint, and I keep telling all my listeners that, the average age of a water operator in Connecticut is 53 years old.
Yeah.
So we've got to start refilling that pipeline, and getting at least exposure to kids. I do career fairs and so forth.
Yeah.
But, in the hopes of just, if I can effectively, attract one or two students, I mean, it's worth it.
Yes, agree. And when I was in high school, I didn't know operators were a thing. I don't think I thought about it. I knew I liked math and science. I was like, engineering, environmental engineering sounds good. But I didn't think of how it actually gets done.
Yeah.
And who is actually working to make that happen. I didn't know anything about it. So.
Well, it's amazing. I mean, I'm coming up on just south of 150 episodes now and so forth, and and all of the people that I've interviewed and so forth, probably 90% of them, got into the industry by happenstance. My father knew somebody.
Yep.
My father, hey, look at this job or whatever.
I mean,
it's not something that kids in high school say, "Oh, I'm going to go for a career in the water industry."
No,
so,
but it's a great career because everybody needs it. It's you feel good about the work you do.
Absolutely, it's well paid, and it's not something that you can outsource.
Right.
You need boots on the ground.
That's right.
As far as that goes, and whether it be. The umbrella, I keep saying is, it's a very large umbrella, from a standpoint of, you've got engineering, you've got HR, you've got operators, you've got wastewater, you've got, treatment plant operators, you've got construction people, you've got accountants, you've got lawyers, the whole 9 yards.
The whole industry.
It is all there, and, and there's a niche there for everybody and so forth. And unfortunately, we call it the gray tsunami, or in my case, the bald tsunami. I mean, I've been in the industry 50 years, and you get to a point where, again, we got to start, trying to attract,
bringing people in,
bringing people in.
It's not glamorous, but it's it's a good job.
So, if you were to give a high school student or a college student advice, what would you say to them?
Well, I feel like I kind of fell into it. That I was like, this sounds good. I'll do it.
Oh, okay.
But I would say explore different options.
Okay.
I mean, I'm an engineer, but maybe I would have liked something adjacent in the water industry too. But you
right. Nice.
So went right. But I guess maybe explore, see what's out there, try to learn things that are out there. I didn't do that.
Yeah.
And there's a lot to discover.
Well, unfortunately, and I don't want to say kids are brainwashed in high school that they have to go to college, but not everybody's made to go to college.
Yeah, that's right.
And unfortunately, a lot of these kids that are, I don't want to say strong arm, but they're pressured to go to college.
It's not the right fit.
They go to a college. I'm going to get a degree in sociology or whatever, and they run up $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 in student loans, and then they get out and.
What do you do?
What do you do? You learn how to say, "Do you want fries with that?"
Yeah. Well, there was definitely a practical approach if you're going to college. Think about what you want to do after you know.
Yeah. Well, you know, the other thing too, as far as if you do go to college, okay, one of the things, in fact, my son took, advantage of that. Okay, is the military service. Okay, he graduated from Berkeley College of Music in Boston. Okay, they recruited him in the Army to be advancement, and it was one of these things. We would go for a career fair at the Heinz Convention Center in Boston. You know, every year. You know, and you'd have everybody that's there. You'd have all of the big, manufacturers of music products. You've got teaching. You've got all that kind of stuff. And one of the people that are always there are all the armed services that you want to booth. So I say, hey, what do you think of this day? Hey, I'm going to be on tour, Dave. I'm going to be on tour, Dad. I said, okay, But the realization of the senior year, we're going around. That was our annual event thing. Going there. Geez.
Maybe I should give it another look.
Yeah, give it another look. And he signed up. In the Army, they recruited him. He went in as a specialist 4, which is not an E1. He's an E4. And went to Cripple Creek, which is their music school, and spent 8 years active. And basically enlisted for 3 years, but basically in 3 years they paid a third of his college tuition every year.
Wow, that's pretty good.
So at the end of his 3 years,
that's nice.
No college debt.
Yeah, that's great.
So, I mean, he's still in the reserve, too, so he's still playing, but whatever. But, there's options out there, as far as that goes. So,
so get out there and see what's there.
Yeah, exactly.
Go to the career fairs.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. That's what they're there for.
That's right.
You never know.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
No.
That's great.
I do in the Middlesex Chamber of Commerce, they do a career. In fact, I have that coming up in April. They do it at the Wesleyan University hockey rink. And last year I was next to the FBI.
Oh.
And you'd be surprised. You want to be an agent? You want to be an FBI agent? You'd be surprised the amount of interest that they.
I bet it's a lot.
They attracted.
Yeah. You see all those shows about the FBI. It's like, I want to do that.
Yeah. Whatever. So. Yeah. But fantastic. So anyway, cool. So where do you live?
I live in Sturbridge, Massachusetts.
Okay.
So I work in Connecticut.
You work in Connecticut. All right. And so, on a pretty, I assume you're married.
I am married.
Kids?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, working. Okay, all right, that's good. So a lot of things. My alter ego or alter life. My degree's in music. I graduated.
Oh, okay. Well, that must be where your son gets it from.
Yeah. So anyway, so we own a music school in Portland.
No kidding.
As far as that goes, I teach guitar and bass and so forth. So I ask. There's musical questions that I ask.
Okay.
So okay. Do you remember the first concert you went to?
I think it was a Gwen Stefani concert.
Okay.
I didn't go to a lot of concerts.
Okay. What's your favorite type of music? I mean, let's put it this way: if you got stuck on a desert island, you could bring only 2 albums. What would you bring?
Oh boy, I like things I can sing along to.
Okay.
I'm not a good singer.
Okay.
But it's fun.
Okay.
I don't know if I have a good answer to this question. I don't want to say I'm not a music person, but I don't have I never had a lot of CDs.
Okay.
I listen to just the regular radio.
Okay. Well, that's okay. Nothing wrong with that.
But something I can sing along to.
Something you say. Okay. Close enough. Okay. Stuck on a desert island. Desert island food. What could you eat every day?
Well, I do eat, in high school I ate the same peanut butter sandwich every day.
Okay.
P&J. PB&J. I still eat PB&Js because it's, an easy lunch to bring to the office if I don't have anything else.
Yeah.
I would maybe say pizza.
Pizza's high on the list.
It's a good choice,
Pizza.
I think. I'm confident in that decision.
I think in all our interviews, I think 4 of them were pizza.
It's a good answer. I'm going to pat myself on the back for that one.
Yeah.
And what else? Pizza. Ice cream? If I'm gonna go, I have a pretty big sweet tooth, so
you gotta have dessert.
Exactly, because I know as soon as I finish that pizza, I'm gonna want dessert.
Yeah, that's it. A little taste. Taste.
That's right.
So, what do you like to do for hobbies? Anything special?
I'm in a run group.
Oh, okay.
It's more of a social group, so we'll go and run on Wednesdays, and then we meet at a brewery after.
Nice. Well, you run, you got to develop a thirst.
Exactly.
You got to quench the thirst.
Exactly. You got to rehydrate with the beer. And then I used to swim.
Okay.
swam growing up. So I started swimming, not now, not this time of year.
Yes.
But some open water swimming casually.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. All right. Fantastic. Anything else you want to touch on?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you taking time
Yeah.
to coming up and, being a part of our little discussion, as we call it. And like
Yeah.
I say, it's really, really no pressure. So I go from there. So
Fantastic.
All right. Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this episode of the Future of the Water and Wastewater Industry and the careers you didn't know about. And with us in the house is Miss Meagan Heslin, okay, who is from the Hazen and Sawyer company, okay, consulting engineers. And Meagan, thanks so much for taking time out.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. It's
And
been great.
it's a great show. We got a great attendance today. It looks like we got a lot of people. So
Yeah.
All righty. Thank you so much.
Thank you.